Here at Hargrove Roofing, we try to think outside the box to kind of get the creative juices flowing. So I brought in my friend Stevie Lee, former defensive tackle for the Texas Longhorns. He's going to help the team strategize, really motivate them, light a fire.
This guy's going to block down. This guy's going to block down. You put your butt into the guard, and that way my Mike linebacker gets free to do what?
Not only are they going to learn a thing or two, but they're going to also leave with a great attitude and a bunch of smiles on their faces.
I'm sorry, what does this have to do with roofing exactly?
Get out.
Right now.
I said get out.
For me, that's what it's all about. It's just having fun, making our employees have a great time. Hargrove Roofing, know who's on your roof.
Stevie Lee, one of the best actors I've ever known. Man, you did a great job on that as you continue. Man, it's unique. You and I to be live doing an episode on a game day on a Saturday. I am live from Arkansas at an undisclosed location in Northwest Arkansas. Stevie, I'm not here for football. Somebody in my family scheduled a wedding in SEC country. I love them to death. I'm glad I'm here. But, man, a wedding during college football season.
Man, I know you love them to death. I don't know if they love you to death, though.
Clearly.
Man, and in Arkansas, man. So they know what time it is. But you know, I get it, man. I know you love them. Congrats on whomever is getting married, and you know, have fun up there because I'll be at DKR.
Well, I had to, give my seats to someone special and let them take advantage of it. And I'm glad I was able to do it. But I don't understand. It's a continued debate. Why schedule a wedding during college football season when there are tons of college football fans? But to each their own. To each their own.
Well, they have a TV at the reception. That's the big one.
And we've got this. I'll be streaming live. I will say that.
Take your computer, put it on the table.
That's right. Episode 410, and this is going to be an abbreviated version, the pass rush of Stevie Lee. I just want to go ahead and tell you guys that due to my traveling, we're going to do the pass rush with Stevie Lee, the weekly episode during the football season. We're going to do that Monday evening. So mark your calendars. We're taking a break due to my travel, and just because I need a little break by the time I get home, back home in God's country, Austin, Texas, tomorrow evening. But before we move forward on this abbreviated version, go ahead and follow all of our social media platforms. And Stevie, you got to hold me accountable. I've got to start placing more content on TikTok.
Oh, yeah.
I'm way behind schedule.
Yeah, it used to be for the kids, but now we got to do it, man.
Oh, 100%. And we may enter the world of Snapchatting soon. It's a lot. It's a lot. And a big shout out to our family at Hargrove Roofing, based out of Shreveport, Louisiana, where Stevie Lee. It's a beautiful place because that's where Stevie Lee was born. And Hargrove Roofing, they've expanded into Austin and all across Central Texas and Texas. But Stevie Lee, he does their slogan the best. You do the best job possible because he's an actor on the side.
Hargrove Roofing, know who's on your roof.
And you do. And we do. They're family to us. All right, Stevie, let's get this thing rolling. SEC play has already begun for some programs, but for the Texas Longhorns, this is a big-time weekend because it's their first ever SEC game, and it's at DKR. Mississippi State, traditionally been a pretty good program, had some great coaches. Shout out to the late great Mike Leach. But they are depleted by injuries, and they've lost to opponents that they shouldn't so far. Dare I say, this may be the worst opponent that Texas has faced so far this year.
Yeah, don't say that. They can always get it right back together, man. Those guys play in the SEC. They know hard competition. And a lot of those guys, some of those guys are upperclassmen. So we do know in college football there's going to be an upset, especially in the SEC.
Yeah.
So you got to go into these games fired up and ready to go with any opponent in the SEC. This is our first SEC conference game. Mississippi State can come into beautiful DKR Stadium, and this can resurrect their whole season. You know what I'm saying? Beating number 1 at home. That can resurrect their whole season. So you got Sark has got to keep these kids focused, because anything can happen any given Saturday, man. So, come out on fire. And y'all remember, we are technically still with a backup quarterback. Y'all think that Manny is big and he's done great, but when you choosing quarterbacks to lead your team, he was the second choice. So he's the backup quarterback technically still, right? So let's not get ahead of ourselves. Go out there, handle business, and take care of business, because you can't look ahead to your bye week. You can't look ahead to OU. You can't look ahead to Georgia. And Georgia has a huge game today that we're going to talk about. But handle the business what's in front of you right now.
That's well stated by a guy who was coached by the Mac Brown, and you were a defensive tackle at Texas back during when you guys consecutive 9, 10, 11 win seasons. And so regardless of what conference, don't underestimate an opponent. Mississippi State on paper is hurting, and they're depleted of quality talent right now because of a ton of injuries, among other things. But I hope.
Let me say this, though. I said all that, and that's my coach's talk.
Right.
We will and can go out there and do our thing and deliver a huge win blow against them. And our second half, we empty the bench. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I think we're going to do. My coach's speech is anybody can get beat any given Saturday.
100%. 100%. All right, you briefly mentioned it. A heavyweight national game. Number 2, Georgia, and 4th-ranked Alabama. And I want to preface it by saying, obviously this game is huge. It's huge for SEC race. It's huge for national implications. But I think everybody needs to expand their horizons a little bit. A loss in this game does not mean the end for either team because of the expansion of the playoff field to 12 teams. You could potentially lose 2 games if you're one of these 2 programs, or even Texas, depending on who you lose to. Yes, this is a big game, but as far as what you're seeing in this, man, I see a very, very hungry DeBoer coach Alabama team. They feel like they've got to prove something, and they're Alabama.
Yeah, I got Alabama winning this game, if you're asking me that.
Yep.
So Alabama at home, golly, man, it is national implications, but I don't know, man. But then also that scares me because I don't see Georgia losing twice too, and Georgia has to come to Texas, right? So this is a big one, man. We're gonna go to the game, and then I'm going out after the game to watch the game while we're out, and so we'll see, man. This is gonna be a fun mid-season almost. It's still early season, right?
Yeah.
It's a early season shootout tonight, man. I'm looking forward to it.
Jalen Milroe, could it be? I'm going to go ahead and say it. Type of performance he may have put him at the top, maybe.
Yeah.
At the Heisman race. It's possible. I'm going to take Alabama. I'm going with you. I'm going with Alabama. I just feel it. It does not say anything about Georgia being less of a team or program. I'm just saying Alabama wins this thing.
Golly, yeah.
Yeah. How about let's go to the stay in Alabama, Auburn, on the plains of Auburn. Interesting. Have you seen the list of players injured for OU?
I have not seen the list, but I heard about it. So OU and AU playing each other tonight, man.
Yeah.
Listen, I do not like that team north of the Red River at all. But I also wanted them to do well coming from the Big 12 into the SEC, but I don't see it happening, bro. I don't. Yeah, I got Auburn all the way at this one, and it's in Auburn, right?
Right.
Yeah. So, yeah, Auburn all the way. But I would love to see Oklahoma, put up some points and maybe etch it out at the end of the game, because they're our next opponent, right? So
yeah.
We don't play Auburn this year, so we play OU, and so I would love for them to come in with a better record against us, and then we can slap them around a little bit. But I just don't see it happen. I got Auburn.
Okay, War Eagle. I'm curious to see what this quarterback. They benched Jackson Arnold. He just wasn't producing. Young quarterback from the state of Texas. Hawkins is a guy that he's getting his first start, and he's extremely mobile. It seems more comfortable. I don't know, man. I want to lean toward Auburn, but I also – you've seen how games – young players like a quarterback that is a mobile quarterback, they rise to the occasion because they see this as an opportunity to take the reins of the QB1 position.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, it's hard for me to imagine an OU team with a great defense struggle back-to-back weeks. So with this new quarterback, Stevie, I'm going to put it out there. I'm leaning toward Auburn, but since you picked it, I've got to pick too. I'm taking OU.
I smell a little bit of bias, man, because you lived up there for a while.
Oh, it doesn't mean anything. I was never biased to OU or OSU.
Nah, I hear you, man.
I did enjoy the people. Did enjoy the people.
I hear you, man. Hey, if that's your pick, that's your pick, man. I'll put a drink on it for you.
Hey, shout out to ginger ale. That's all I've got to say. It's helping me through this.
There you go.
That's to let everybody know.
That's a good recovery drink.
It is. I had a little rehearsal dinner celebratory things going on last night, and I'm not a young man anymore. Anyway, NIL, name, image, likeness. You saw the story about the UNLV quarterback Matthew.
Man, we've been having fun all podcasts. This
episode. We bring this up.
You want to bring up this negative stuff about college? Go ahead, man. I'm listening.
We got to be real life. Life's it's not all sunshine and roses all the time, but this whole deal, apparently he didn't get or receive what he was told for the NIL collectives. Didn't receive it. So he said, you know what? I'm redshirted. I quit. And UNLV has a great opportunity to snag one of the 12 CFP spots as a group of 5 club. And the running back followed suit. I call BS on this. Yes, you have to hold all the adults have to be accountable and do what you say and say as you do. But why quit your team?
Yeah, man, there's too much business in college football right now,
Pay for play.
Yeah, when you say it's a business decision, this is a business decision on his part, but I think there's too much business in it, right? Somebody's in the wrong in their verbal conversations, or somebody. I mean, a university football team, especially in Las Vegas, somebody has $100,000 and just drop it into them, or is he trying to extort money or whatever? Whatever it may be, this wild, wild west got to get reined in. We got to get some kind of commission, some kind of commissioner or a board or something to try to get some kind of rules and regulation around this. 100% these guys got to get paid. 100%. But backdoor verbal handshake deals with this type of money on the line cannot happen, right? Now, when it comes to Matthew Slonka, listen, you're undefeated. You can make it to the playoffs. You can keep playing with your team, and you can make up this $100,000, apparently $100,000 that he's owed, that he feels like he's owed. You can make that up on the back end, because if you're playing well now and you don't trust these guys, does he have another year or is he a senior?
I think he's a sophomore.
Yeah, you can go and get your money somewhere else and, leak to the media what they've done to you, at the end of the season. And be that the reason why you're leaving, but not in the middle of the season when your team needs you. And y'all have a chance to do something special in Las Vegas. Yeah. So I don't like that part, that he's redshirting. And I don't like the part where we have backhand or backroom handshake deals in college football now, which is mucking up everything. There's seniors on that team that are looking to have bigger goals than you lining your pocket. Yeah. Right? Like, if you're a senior on the team, you won your starting position, this is your final season, and y'all can do something big and play on a big stage because you're undefeated. Yeah. There's goals in front of you, and now you've let down those seniors that this is their last chance. Hopefully their backup quarterback is not too much of a drop-off, but you have a backup quarterback for a reason. He's the backup, right? Yeah. So that's tough, man. That's tough to look at your teammates and say, I can't do this anymore. Over $100,000. Over 100. I mean, I'm sorry, $100,000 is a lot of money for a lot of people, right?
For most people.
For most people, it's a lot of money. But he can get that. If he's a sophomore, he will make that up easily. So
I'm not taking it away that from what he is or what classification. I may have to go back and look, but his passing percentage is right around 50%. It's a run-oriented team. So I think this is going to spark some type of circle back and look back at all this with the NIL. Yes, it needs to exist. Transfer portal needs to exist. But there has to be some type of revisiting this and really squeezing down that gray area, as we discussed. Before we put a wrap on this, Stevie, it's game day Saturday. You may see a couple more of these on Saturdays. It's just that we can't have our episode that we normally do on Sundays because of my travels. It's all about me. It's my fault. I'm dropping the ball. But also, that's why I'm here for
family, man.
In the middle of the beautiful Northwest Arkansas area. Hey, our series of episodes, Austin as it used to be, it will return Tuesday at 7 p.m. From Dirty's. Daniel Young, our partner over there. David Bells, may know him from his dad used to own Schultz's Beer Garden, and he grew up there basically. Great stories coming there, and that's Tuesday at 7 p.m. Stevie, you know how we like to end things. We love positivity.
Hey, man, tell me something good.
Tell me something good with my brother from another. Stevie clearly got the size on this side of the family here. But again, we're talking about negativity, NIL, but there's a lot of negativity that we think exists all around us, but there's more positive than not. Tell me something good, my brother.
Tell you something good, man. The weather's changing here in Austin, Texas. All the 100-degree days are gone. They're going bye-bye. Now, we are going to probably hit 91 today, but it's not 100. And the nights are cool. The mornings are cool. Enjoy this weather, this beautiful sunny weather in a beautiful Austin, Texas, man. Also, man, and if you're not in Austin, Texas, come visit, man. We'd love to have y'all. And also, our team is number one, guys. Come on. There's nothing better than that. Number one. And we're going to go out this beautiful sunny afternoon and have a great time in the stadium. Have a drink from me, and be careful. drive home safely, get an Uber. There's so many ride shares out there. There's no need to get DUIs out here. But have fun, man. It's going to be a fun day. Enjoy life because I'm a positive guy, guys.
That's right. You are positive. I'll give you my tell me something good. Last night I was at obviously rehearsal dinner here in Arkansas. Last time I was here 3 years ago, I went to the Texas game with my family who lives here, season ticket holders. I was in the midst of all of the Razorback Nation, had great time with my family. I watched Arkansas put it on Texas, and then I was verbally assaulted at least 4 dozen times. And even in the restroom, and it's the worst place I've ever been as far as a visiting fan, but they do it right here in Arkansas. It's a beautiful place. I encourage you to come visit Northwest Arkansas. It's beautiful, but you know what? So is Austin, Texas. It's a beautiful place.
Absolutely.
And it is a great day to spend game day. Enjoy it. Man, these times are few when you put in perspective of life. So for the great city of Shreveport, Louisiana, the home of the Stevie Lee and the home of the Hargrove family, and to the town, Nacogdoches, Texas, my college alma mater home in my beautiful hometown, Austin, Texas, and to all of you who follow and watch every episode, share with your mama, share with your cousins, your brothers, your sisters, stories inside the man cave. We love you, and have some fun with us. And for the OG Man Cave boys, that being Hardball Hards, Big Mike, and the Coach Mo, what do we tell them, Stevie Lee?
We out.
You see the drippy, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up.